It's a big one. We celebrate 70 years of WSB television, and we are looking back at the stories that changed our city, a state, and a nation.
On July 2nd, 1964, the Civil Rights Act outlawed discrimination, but 2 days later, a young WSB-TV reporter found out the battle over race was far from over.
Ladies and gentlemen,
July 4th, 1964, the WSB-TV newsroom assigned reporter Dave Riggs to cover a pro-segregation rally in Lakewood Park in southeast Atlanta. Riggs took John Pruitt with him. Pruitt was a former news intern who was just days into his first job.
As it turned out, that story developed in two places because there was the speakers, the governor of Mississippi was there, J.B. Stoner was there, they were on the speaking, I think Governor Maddox was there. He wasn't governor at then, but Lester Maddox was there. And they were speaking to this crowd, a very pro-segregation group. And a group of blacks broke in over the fence on the other side of the stadium. And were trying to get to the place where the speakers were. But some of the people in the crowd went over and there was a confrontation.
Riggs had to man the camera on a tripod, so he put John to work.
He gave me a silent camera, which I had never operated, didn't know how to operate, showed me the button to push, said, go see what you can get. And so I more or less waded into the crowd and got some pictures of the violence up close and personal.
At the time, WSB was an NBC affiliate. The network used John's film that night to show the violence.
And yes, almost every day we were going out to cover stories of racial strife, protests, demonstrations, Klan rallies, eruptions of civil protest in some Georgia cities outside the city of Atlanta. It was a time of peril for reporters, dangerous times, but we all felt that we were covering history. Important history that was being made.
In 1967, WSB-TV made history when it hired radio reporter Jelks. Jelks was Atlanta's first black TV reporter.
The State Board of Education will adopt a reply to a request from the U.S. Justice Department that they intervene in integrating Georgia's 194 school systems.
Jelks says he covered everything from City Hall to preparations for a Klan rally.
One of the first things I was told about that assignment was, listen, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this. But I wanted that experience.
It was a challenging time in Atlanta and across the country, and TV played an important part.
Because these scenes were coming into their homes every evening on the news via television. So I think the fact that we could use a visual medium to bring the emotion and the pictures of the movement into people's homes really helped to accelerate it and bring about change much quicker.
It was a pleasure interviewing Mr. Jelks there. Of course, completely humble, so modest. It was hard to pull those stories out of what he remembered being the first black reporter on TV here at WSB and in Atlanta. But amazing stories. And of course, John Pruitt is a wealth of information on any day, not just an anniversary day.
It's been a lot of fun. The two of us have been working on this birthday special along with all of our colleagues, and hasn't it been great?
It's been amazing, yes, to learn all of this. So, of course, the civil rights movement, just one of the big stories we've covered in the past 70 years. You can see more, including major changes in just about everything, including our weather technology. That's when Justin and I host 70 years of WSB-TV. That's coming up Sunday night at 7.